Welcome back to another color class. I'm Sarah.
I'm Lucinda.
In today's video, we are going to be diving into the 12 palette system, specifically the summer palette. And we're really going to be looking at individual shades, nuances, what makes the summer palette within the 12 palette system.
And I'm really excited because now we've been through the 6 dominant characteristics. We've been through the 4 seasons. And now we're really getting into the meat of color analysis and what makes it really unique and personalized. And so we're getting into what I believe is the good stuff. What we're planning to do, this is the first of 4, where we're going to do the same thing in terms of just kind of laying out some colors within summer, winter, autumn, spring. Also divided up by dominant characteristics so that you can see them side by side, because we often get the question, well, if I'm a summer, how can I also be a light summer or a soft summer or cool summer? What's the difference? I don't really understand, how there can be that much difference. That's what we're going to show you today. And going forward, we're going to show you that for each of the seasonal divisions, which means that you have to subscribe.
Absolutely. Subscribing, liking, commenting, all of those things really helps this new YouTube channel out. So if you ever thought, how can I help you? Doing any of those things is the best way for us. So thank you so much. Now let's get into our first palette.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to show you everything up front first. So you'll
Okay.
see it all of a piece, kind of put together.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're going to divide up each of these sections. They're going to look a little bit like a pie slice, so that you can see them by themselves. And then we're going to show them back together as a piece so that you can see there really is a difference between what a light summer would wear, what a soft summer would wear, and what a cool summer would wear. Now, Sarah, could you give us a review on the characteristics of a person who is a light summer versus a soft summer versus a cool summer?
Well, that's going back to what we originally were talking about with the 6 palette system. So if you, like we always say, if you know this system, if you know the 6 palette system. So our light is going to be in comparison to our deep. Somebody who has light hair, light skin tone, just overall looks light.
However, I'm a summer, and I am not necessarily a light in the 12 palette system. That is somebody who has really light hair, really light skin, really light eyes. So it's all kind of everything that comes together as light.
I guess we should say that is the dominant characteristic
That's
when
exactly
talking
right.
about it.
And then cool, the dominant characteristic of cool, that's people who everything's cool, no red or gold highlights, very cool skin tone, very cool eyes. So they're cool. But if you're mixed up, if you've got kind of a mixed up group of characteristics, like my eyes aren't really that cool, they've got some green in them, my skin tone is probably on the warmer side, especially now in the summer. My hair is ishish, it's not warm certainly, but I'm not either light or cool. That makes me a soft. That makes me the most neutral of these divisions. Light, cool, or soft. Soft is the most neutral, meaning there's kind of stuff, I fall between the cracks here and there.
Right. And I guess our 6 dominant characteristics video is probably a really good, if you want more in depth,
Yes.
go watch that and I'll put a link to it.
Perfect. So, and it's like we told you when we started teaching the 6 dominant characteristics, the 4 seasons palette, the 6 dominant characteristics will be the building blocks of the 12 palette system and the 16 palette system. So basically, we weren't teaching you necessarily completely disparate systems. We were teaching you systems that were foundational to getting to the 12 palette system or the 16 palette system. And you'll see that here. So as we're looking at this overall summer palette divided up into 3 dominant characteristics, light, soft, and cool, you'll see that while the colors aren't wildly different, they're nuanced.
Right.
They're slightly different. And I also added lipstick here and blush. So you can see that there are 3 distinct lipstick shades that would be flattering, one for a light, one for a soft, one for a cool. The soft lipstick shade, which I actually wear, is a little bit warmer than obviously the cool, but also the light. And the blush in the soft summer category, that's a little warmer than in the light category and the cool category. So here you see it all together. We'll go down to the first pie slice, which is just strictly the light category. Now I've isolated this here for you because it's nice to see without the complication of the other seasons, for lack of a better word, what this looks like. You see a range of greens, a range of pinks, a range of blues, and these are all in your palette along with the lipstick and the blush. And what you'll notice about these is that they are delicate, really kind of at the tip top. They're very feathery and delicate in color.
Well, in relationship to the others, because the summer palette is soft and delicate, but you can see the nuance of how much more lighter the light palette is compared to the others.
Yeah, and obviously one would say, I can feel this question forming out with you with this group. Well, you've got a deeper green and a lighter green. So am I the lighter green? No, you're all of those greens. You can wear a gradient from the lightest, toward the deeper green. That's not it's not that they are light in that way. It's light in that they are lightly saturated in terms of color, and so that you don't have any warmth. You're not moving into the warm. You're not moving into the cool, and you've got something that's just very delicately, lightly saturated. Now, if we move to soft, everything in soft shifts just a little bit toward desaturation. What do I mean by desaturation, Sarah?
Well, if you were editing a photo and you go to the saturation, you turn it up a bunch, you would get a whole lot more color. But if you turned it down, the photo would go a little grayer. It would go a little softer.
Brilliant. And so for soft summers, what we want to do is turn down the desaturation, and that means that the color gets a little bit fainter, a little bit grayer in terms of what is good for your palette. Now, why is this good for somebody like me? Because I'm kind of in between the cracks. I don't fit, I'm not all the way over in light. So I may, my warmer skin tone or my warmer eyes might not quite fit perfectly with the light summer palette. And I'm certainly not cool all over, so my features might not fit perfectly with the cool summer palette. So I'm in between, and that's why you pull back on your desaturation so that you don't have any kinds of conflicts in terms of your personal colorscape and your palette that you're looking to have.
Right. Now, I wanted to mention, you, of course, are very cool. You have cooler skin tone, cool hair. So very cool. But for instance, me, I have very bright red hair. But that's about it that is super warm on me. It's just my hair, which is natural. But where things get weird is my eyebrows. My eyebrows are actually an ash grayish color. Ashy gray. Naturally. So I have a cooler to neutral skin tone as well. I can actually, if you were somebody like me, I can actually wear soft colors within the summer palette as long as I remove my hair out of the equation. So pulling back my hair, doing some other tricks that we talk about, like wearing headbands with my hair pulled back, separating my hair out as much as possible, I can actually wear some of these soft summer colors and it looks great with my skin tone.
Now, we're going to completely blow. He said that I have a coolish skin tone, right?
Cool.
Well, bottom line, I do naturally tend to look a little bit warmer than Sarah if we're standing face to face.
Yeah.
But We also have undertone to consider. Shall we do our hand trick?
Oh, yeah.
So one would think, oh, okay, well, her undertone, Lucinda is maybe a little warmer than Sara, because Sara is very, very cool.
Yep.
Nope.
Mm-hmm. I feel like on video, though, it's not showing how much warmer you are skin tone than me.
With the hands?
No, with our skin tone.
Oh, it maybe not. But,
I know.
But with the hands, once we put our hands up, people's minds are absolutely blown, because my hand is showing you my skin without any sun happening to it, or without any.
Because we don't really tan our hands. Our hands don't get hit with sun that often.
Ever in our lives. I mean, this is it.
So you really get to see our undertones.
So we got into all that to say that when you're talking about the soft category is more of a mixture. And when you're in amalgam season, when many people write us and say, well, but my hair is kind of warm and my skin is cool, or my hair is cool and my skin is warm and my eyes are green and skin soft, because soft is the peacemaker among whatever coloring characteristics you have. If they are not completely and regimented, in line, soft is the category that makes peace of all that and gives you colors for an external palette that work with someone who has kind of a mix of these characteristics.
Absolutely. And then our third one, cool.
Yes, and cool, it means that your hair is cool, your skin is cool. And let's go back. I feel like I missed something, and I'm going to just do a quick review of it now. We're talking about summer. And for those of you who haven't been with us, all along and aren't like color analysis pros by now, summer means that you're both light and you're cool. It means that you have your medium to very, very pale, in terms of your characteristics, hair, skin, and eyes. And it means that, and it also means that you have no red or gold highlights in your hair. So light and cool. And this grouping here, is the summer category. Now, as we move to be, if you were a cool summer, notice you get a little more contrast between your lighter color and your deeper color. And you also get deeper colors than the softs and the lights, which I think is very interesting. And it's not color science. It's just ends up how it looks on cool summers. It looks good. They can pull it off. A little more saturated color in terms of that outer band. And then the inner band, of course, is cooler than the other two categories. And this, my friends, is what summer looks like, the red, the green, the blue of summer, when it's separated out into component parts of light, soft, and cool. And the lipsticks, notice they're just there for your convenience. Notice that light gets a lighter, cooler blush and a lipstick that's on the cool side. Soft, it's a little bit warmer in terms of the blush and the lipstick. And cool, once again, there's a little more contrast and a little bit more saturation.
Now, if you are looking for these images, maybe you want to take them with you while you're out and about, you absolutely can. Just head on over to our Facebook page, and I will put the link in the description for you as well. And we get this comment a lot. If you want to help us, I know we're giving you a ton of information that you can take with you. If you would like to return the favor, all we would love you to do is subscribe, like, comment, share the video with your friends. That helps us out the most, and we are so thankful for everyone out there that is already doing it, because we are trying to grow this YouTube channel. I know we're a couple months old now.
We are, and we already have over 5,000 subscribers.
Right.
And we need you. We absolutely, we want to build a community of people who love color, who celebrate color, and who just want to learn. And that's why we're dedicating our careers to this.
So please come along our color journey with us by subscribing. We are so happy to have you here. Lastly, I'm Sarah.
I'm Lucinda.
This has been another color class, and we'll see you in our next video.